Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to Make, Wake, and Make with me, Nilay Patel, and I'm your favorite neighborhood jewelry designer here at Jesse James Beads. And if you haven't heard of it yet, the word is out on the Reconnections. The word is out on the Make It Merry collection here at Jesse James Beads, and some of great design, and I definitely wanted to give you my design and perspective with some how-to projects that are really quick and easy and fun to do. So let me show you what we're going to make today. Now this design is sort of my take on a charm necklace, because we've all heard of charm bracelets, right? But how many of you actually have a charm necklace? From scratch, using wire. I'm just gonna keep it on the screen for a little bit just so people can get a really good look at it. There's sort of a close-up if it can focus. I did want to tell you one other piece of information that is pretty vital to this weekend, and that is the special sale that's going on. And so for every $49 that you place in the cart at jessejamesbeads.com, you get a tassel or a package of pom-poms, which coincidentally I'm actually using here. That was totally not my intention to use that product, but here it happens to be a perfect example. And let me show you the tassel though. So if you checked out the video a few days ago, we made this, but this is a magnetic clasp as the central focal element. And I'm just gonna attach that on there. But this is the free gift that you get for every $49 that you spend. You can get a choice of a free tassel or free pom-poms. So I'm actually gonna flip the camera around and we're gonna get started on our project. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can do that. Alrighty. So I got my worksheet kind of set up here that gives some information throughout the video. And let me place our example design here so that we can kind of see what it is. There we go. Alrighty. So for this project, this necklace, you're going to need a few different things. We're going to need some beads from one of the bundles, and there's 4 different collections here. There's the Baby It's Cold, just sort of your lighter blues, darker blues, Isic collection. We have the Gingerbread Hollow, which I actually extrapolated all the olive green tones out of it for another design that was in a video a few days ago. But for the most part, you get the woody tones, the creams, the neutrals, super gorgeous and sparkly. Santa's Workshop, which I call it the more contemporary take on Christmas, the brighter colors, geometric shapes. Yeah, and you get some fun little charms with it. Now this is also including the strands and the elements mix, so that's sort of all just tied in here into each of these. I'll eventually separate them out as I continue to do these tutorials. And what I'm using in the design up there is from the 'Tis the Season. I kind of just picked out some beads that I loved from the Elements package and worked it in. So and you can use any one of the beads from there. It's not really going to matter. You're going to need the silver lay flat mini round metal chain, which is this guy right here. And you get quite a bit for what they sell it as, but in order to break this up, all you're going to want to do is just, you could separate these little links and just detach it. But don't throw away the links, because I have discovered that they actually make really great connectors for other designs, or even a jump ring that's kind of more decorative. So I would definitely keep those on the side there just for any future projects. You're gonna need some jump rings, and size in this case doesn't really matter. These are quite large, but I would say around 4 to 6 millimeters is probably good for jump rings. And then some head pins if you're gonna use beads from the collections. Some of them have, of course, a little loop at the top, and some of them are just, straight through. So head pins just to keep them around. You don't necessarily need them, but good to have. And then you're going to need 16 or 18 gauge wire, and I have my little spool from Parawire that I'm using It's dead soft, which is perfect for this project and great for your fingers. Your fingers will love you for it, trust me. Okay, so just gonna see if I can cut about a foot of the wire because we're gonna try and make these little trinkets first. And as far as tools go, you just want your double flush cutters. Here I'm just using a pair from Zoran, just to create a nice blunt end. And then you're probably going to want just a regular pair of chain nose pliers to act as sort of helping you fold some of this stuff. And also we're going to press the end here once we put a bead on. But as you can see, there's sort of a bead suspended in the middle of our little Spyro there. And that's kind of where I want to start as far as this goes. So I'm going to string a bead on, and you can press it with your chain nose pliers, and if it works correctly, which this might need an extra push, it should just stop there. And if it doesn't, what I like to do is actually just press it against itself so that it kind of becomes an enclosed hook there at the top. Whoops, get a good view of it, and it should just stop right at the end there. So that sort of helps to secure that end. And literally all I'm doing is just wrapping this guy around. And if you don't find this easy, you could take your chain nose pliers and sort of help you fold the wire. But I think that this kind of resembles the decorations that are on a Christmas tree, is sort of where I was going with it. An ornament. And so you can kind of see that it just, you know, folds together pretty quick. So once I've done that, I'm just going to trim off any excessive wire, which is about that much. And you can either use your chain nose pliers, but you know what? I've actually got a pair of round nose that's handy. So I lied, you do need one more tool. But you can just fold that right in, just like that. And there you go. Now you just connect it with a jump ring to one of your links here. And here I cut 7 links together, and I think my necklace has actually 9. So do keep in mind that it's better to work with an odd number of rings just so you have one central ring to work with. But you can kind of start to lay out your design. And here's the pom-poms. I'm using from the 'Tis the Season, but I kind of want to change things up. And let's go with Santa's Workshop. So I love the beads from there too. I just want to put it right over that. So you can kind of see, like, this is a beautiful little crystal. So all I'm going to do is just start to design how this kind of can be laid out. There's so many beads to choose from. It's so hard. Oh, look at that. That's fun. So let's try and squeeze that in there somewhere. So, and then, yeah, you just keep going. I can show you guys again how to make this shape. Super easy. Again, you just cut about a foot of wire. This is, again, 18 gauge, dead soft. String on your favorite bead, which I'm going to use a sparkly one. Isn't that just gorgeous? Press the end with your chain nose. If it still comes out, you just fold it in half, no big deal. This would be very tricky to do with half hard wire, so I do recommend dead soft for this. If it's still doing it, just fold it again, no big deal. I think they had these beads in mind for larger cords and wires, so the beads are pretty good size hole for that. But that, you know, that just tucks in pretty well. So here again, I'm just going to fold it around and around. Maybe you want this ornament to be slightly smaller because it's kind of on a different side of the necklace. And so probably stop right there. Simply trim and fold. Oops, there we go. Now you could just use your jump rings to connect all the pieces together. I'll just show you an example of one. So you can use your chain nose pliers to pry it open, again from up and down and not side to side. That way it'll keep its shape. And then just simply attach, oops. Attach that to your chain, attach that to that, and you will have a necklace in no time. Pretty fast and easy to make a charming necklace, if we will here. To the other side of it, the necklace rope part, I'm using the Biddy chain. Again, these materials, are all available on www.jessiejamesbeads.com, and you just attach that with a jump ring, find a clasp, attach that to a jump ring as well, and you're pretty much good to go and out the door wearing this beautiful design. So I'm gonna flip the camera back around. Put this back on the necklace form. Okay. So wasn't that easy? Quick and easy links, and especially if you're on the go, that's just super fun to do. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial for this beautiful Saturday morning, and baby, it's cold outside, trust me. I don't want to go outside. But if you love this tutorial, you definitely want to check out the Jessie James Beads YouTube channel and subscribe. If you love these on the Facebook, make sure that you turn on the notifications so that you can catch me every time that I am on, which happens to be now more frequently, with all these beautiful beads and tutorials coming down the pike. And if you love me in general, you can find me on my brand Beads and Bubbles. I'm available on Facebook as well as on Instagram. That would be Beads and Bubbles Jewelry. So check it all out. Lots of examples and fun stuff out there. So definitely check out jessiejamesbeads.com. Again, the $49 per in your cart, will get you a gift, a choice of pom-poms or a beautiful tassel. So don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity. And until next time, I will continue to create, and I hope you do too. And I will catch you guys soon. All right, have a wonderful day.